pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The Select Board Rules of Procedure adopted annually to ensure a productive meeting. The Select Board meetings are in the public, not of the public, meaning that the members of the public in attendance are entitled for the opportunity to comment, but the purpose of the meeting is for the board to be able to effectively and efficiently conduct the necessary business to govern the town. All questions and comments are to be directed to the chair, and the rules of procedure indicate that there will be 2 minutes allotted for comment from any single person on any single topic. The rules of procedure are posted in the town hall and available for everyone to review. Thank you.
Okay. Hello. Hello, everyone. Deb, Peg TV. Bob, Mike, Jessica, Tom, Rich. I'm Kristen, Sue, and Frank. Hello. One addition is an executive session to discuss confidential attorney-client communications made for the purpose of providing professional legal services to the body. I have nothing to delete. Does anybody else have anything to add?
Yeah, under older unfinished business, I'll have an update on the merge grant.
Okay. The minutes that need approval are from the last regular meeting, which was on February 3rd, 2026.
I'll move to approve them.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Any announcements, Kristen?
Nope.
Zoning administrator had nothing to report.
Nothing to report tonight.
Anything from the planning commission?
Nothing to report. I know they have a meeting coming up next week.
Okay. Road foreman?
James sent an email that tree work is set to continue. The highway department will continue to conduct winter weather maintenance from impending storms coming this week. They've maintained plow trucks and have performed basic corrective repairs. Same is anticipated for next week as well.
I've got something as well when you're finished.
I'm all set.
So we've got a quote here for the overhead door
Mhm.
over at the Pawlet shop for everybody to look at.
Yeah, that's about what we were expecting.
3140.
I had missed last week. Has the quote come before the board in regards to the guardrail down here at the bridge?
I haven't seen it. I mean, I know the guardrail got messed up.
Yeah, we've got a quote to repair that, and that was
Seen
okay.
that. Where did that come to me?
It should have.
I don't think I saw it.
So we don't know who hit that, so we can't charge their insurance.
We do. It was an employee of the town of Pawlet.
Oh, okay. Then we probably better just pay for it.
I have not. I didn't get it.
Okay. Well, I can get it in email to everybody. And that was from Lafayette. So I'll make a motion to go forward with this estimate from Ski Door for $3,140 to repair the door at the Pawlet Town Garage.
That's not replacing that. That's replacing the door, right?
That's right. Right.
Not repairing it.
Correct. That's replacing the door.
I'll
Yeah.
second that.
Any more discussion about replacing the door? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Everything else seems to be going all right?
Yeah. We had one gearbox that failed on one of the Macs. think it was the middle of last week, but they had the parts right at Viking, so, which has been nice. They can take care of those repairs and issues.
Yeah.
That's worked out well. I talked with James today and asked how everything was going, and he said it was going great, so.
So they changed the gearbox themselves right there?
Yes.
That's,
Mhm.
that's huge.
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Gearbox, shaft, bearings,
Mhm.
sprockets. They were I think they were in fairly good shape, so if they could have gotten that apart, I don't think they replaced the sprockets.
Right. But it's a major plus for us to have that kind of
Sure.
skill in the house there,
Mhm.
time-wise and money-wise, so, well, good.
Agreed.
Good for them. Thank you. Thank you, road crew, for. Okay. Anybody else have any questions or comments regarding roads? Okay. Assessors? She did forward stuff. She shared with us.
Yes. There was just a monthly progress report that was sent along from Tyler regarding the reappraisal process, which you all have in your emails.
And that's-
How far are they through with it, you know?
93%.
And so they're gonna have that opened up and published at that point in time, do you think?
I have no idea.
That's all they said so far, so. Okay. Town clerk's memo.
You all got an email today regarding the drug and alcohol testing and clearinghouse. That should be reviewed and acted upon at an in the near future meeting. 2 approvals for 2 Department of Liquor and Lottery applications. And there's a appointment and appointment form from the Rutland County Solid Waste Alliance Communities. And Deb is at the Peg Helm today. Those are the locations.
You guys got a copy of them?
Yep.
Did everybody look
Oh.
through the
Thank you.
applications? The DDL applications? Anybody want to make a motion on them?
I'll make a motion to approve them.
I'll second that.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. As long as the drug and alcohol testing, I didn't get a chance to read that over yet, but I think it seems like that's the right direction. She's done some work to figure it out, and working with the insurance company makes everything cleaner for sure.
Yeah, maybe we can talk about that, make a decision next time,
That's-
since she said in the near future.
Yeah. Probably at the next meeting would be great. What does that put us at? 24th. No, today's the 17th. Is that, everything changes at the next, right, that's town meeting. The 4th. So we end up going upstairs, I guess. Do we want to just go upstairs? Is that,
Yeah.
that's what we've done in the past.
Yeah.
Everybody's good with that?
You're gonna be able to roll the hybrid stuff upstairs?
Yeah, we'll
Just
figure
as
it
we
out.
have every other year.
Don't you remember?
You're gonna get tired lugging that all up there, Frank, but
Yep.
we'll be fine.
We got somebody by the name of L. Devator.
Okay, so we'll be upstairs and we'll have that on the old business, please. Anybody else have anything for the town clerk?
Do we have to do that appointment, reappointment of the Solid Waste Alliance Communities representative?
We could probably do that when we're doing the organizational meeting.
Okay.
That's only a week away, so seems
Sounds good.
reasonable. And thank you, Deb, for that report and working the TV tonight. Treasurer?
All right, from Julie. 2 warrants this week. Payroll is $11,692.84. Accounts payable is $39,281.59. General fund $20,310.96. Highway $23,985.83. Wastewater $6,677.64. Julie has just closed the tax year and will report on collection to you at the next meeting. And that is respectfully submitted by Julie Mack, and the 2 motions that are needed are for payroll warrant 26046 for $11,692.84 and accounts payable warrant 26047 for $39,281.59.
I'll make a motion for those warrants. Payroll warrant 26046 and accounts payable warrant 26047.
I'll second that.
Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you, Julie. Is there anything from Bob Morlino?
I haven't received anything, no.
And Jennifer? Nothing from Jennifer either. Okay.
Don't forget about this. Soon. Just getting us all ready. Yeah, start to clear your throat. Get yourself ready for your moment of healing.
Facilities. Do we have anything to report on the facilities?
I do.
Okay.
Based on Deb's comment on having the steps looked at, I have been in touch with a contractor last week who's gonna stop and take a look at that broken board just on the front side here, and also the ramp, so hopefully I'll have some information on that soon. That's all I have currently.
Excellent. Wastewater, I haven't heard anything. They sent her usual report and everything seems to be fine. And Julie's not here to do a Mettawee School, Pawlet Public Library.
Yeah.
All right, hi. First, we had our meeting last week, and the ceiling looks awesome. Everybody was really happy with that. We can't even tell where the problem was, so that was really good. On our budget that we submitted to the town report, there's an error. We had passed a budget that was balanced, but there was it printed with something must have carried over wrong, so it looks wrong. And Julie notified us. So at the last meeting, we passed the balanced budget. We will have, it was the same budget basically.
Right.
It looks correct.
Okay.
So we will bring copies to the town meeting, and we can make an announcement at the town meeting since it's in print. And we'll have copies at the library available for people if they want.
Mhm.
So apologize for that. The next thing is that we voted also to open the library director position again. We were unable, where our offer did not get accepted, so I am posting the job tonight or tomorrow morning with all of the places that we had in the past with the LCT, the library board, like the Vermont Library Association board, Front Porch Forum, Facebook, our website, all of those. So just wanted to let the select board
How
know.
long is that going to be posted?
For a month.
For 1 month.
Yeah. We will have a timeline on there. We definitely want to hire as soon as we can for that position. So we would be, I think the 17th of March would be the deadline, and then we would be interviewing March and probably April, 6 weeks of the whole process of weeding people out and all of that sort of stuff. And so as soon as possible, we would hope to hire after that. Yeah. And the last thing was that we were discussing security cameras on the outside of the building, and we were talking about looking into that, and then I realized it's a building, it's the town building, so would that be something that the select board, we would need to ask the select board to do?
Probably one of the things we'd have to be concerned about is what they will allow us to put on the building.
Right.
But I think probably a general consensus of the board would be fine.
I mean, we have one out the front here that
Right.
they let us put on, so I would hope they would let us put it somewhere.
It's very reasonable. It seems like they're pretty discreet nowadays, but
Yeah.
does anybody on the board here have any opposition to putting security cameras on the library?
I can't think of any good reason not to. I just, if you've been having problems.
Not exact. No, it's just basically for liability issues, and then just to be able to have an eye on the possible entrances into the library. Yeah, nothing. No, I would report that to the board first. We just have been talking about that as sort of a normal protocol. Yeah.
We could talk to Tom.
Yeah, we could ask Tom, but we were looking into it. We talked about looking into that, and then I realized if it's a town building, so we shouldn't, the library board shouldn't be doing anything to the exterior of that. That should be the select board. Is that right? As far as putting it.
Just approval and stuff like that, yeah.
Okay, but we could look into like a camera or
Right.
something. Okay, and present it to you.
Yeah, we have to also present it to
The historical. Yeah.
preservation, make sure that
Okay.
they were okay with it too.
Okay.
So if you were to grab some information, and then we could forward it on to her,
Okay.
that would be helpful.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're welcome to reach out to me anytime.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
And I think that's it. Thank you all for
Okay.
supporting the library.
You're welcome. Anybody have any questions for the library? Thank you guys for being on the board of the library. Old or unfinished business?
I have the update on the MERV grant, so it is moving on ahead. Shelley Potor from Arc-A-Tend has been in touch with a number of people, including Green Mountain Power and Efficiency Vermont, about the incentives. It came up that they were going to need to do, in addition to what they had already planned, they were going to need to do what they call a geothermal feasibility study, which is basically just some additional modeling that they have to do, and then also come spring, they have to sink one test well to find out exactly what the soil is like further down and what the rock layer is like, so that they'll know how they have to space the wells. Now, there's a chance that that test well could then also be used as one of the later wells, which would, yeah, it's possible, depending on how they do it. But, so this this feasibility study section was not previously in our budget. However, they've worked out a way to do it without it costing us any extra money. So here's what they plan to do. The feasibility study was going to be an additional $5,880. And so Efficiency Vermont is going to give us $1,000, and Rutland Regional Planning Commission is going to reduce the total amount that they're charging us by $4,880 in order to make us be able to cover that additional amount without it coming from the town budget, which I'm very happy about.
That's great.
Yeah,
Good
and
news.
all that they would need from us then was, this was for our agreement with the Regional Planning Commission about the grant administration. It was originally for 22,000 something, and this is now for the new amount, 17,346.78. So we just have to sign this updated grant amendment for them to reduce the amount of money that we're paying them. So I think that's great that they're willing to do that for us, and they would still continue to do all the same amount of work. So, if there aren't any other questions about that, I would make a motion that we accept this amended grant agreement from Rutland Regional Planning Commission.
I would second that.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried.
Can you then sign it there, and I'll get this to Devin to sign it?
Let's do 17.
17.
Thank you. Any more old or unfinished business? Any new business? Okay. What about public comment?
Got the microphone?
Yes.
sure do.
The open meeting law, his report is finalized and submitted to the legislature, and they're working on best practices guide, which was legislatively mandated to the group, and they'll have a meeting, first meeting on that Thursday. I'll be up in Montpelier for that, and to help people. And essentially what's happening is there's some people upset about it that were on there who thought certain things should be done, but the legislature didn't mandate what they wanted to have done. So we have two lawyers running it, the general counsel and the deputy secretary of state. They're both lawyers, so they're keeping it within the guardrails of what the legislature allowed the working group to do, which they couldn't do this other stuff. So some people quit and stuff. But really the crux of the issue will be the state will probably have less responsibility in the open meeting law arena, and it's because they're finding out that it falls pretty much under the Americans with Disability Act relative to inclusion. And that means if you have to include all of that classes of people, then everybody else would automatically be included, and so it would become a federal issue, and towns may be facing this and may have to get legal advice. This is going to get through the legislature, but this is what the anticipation might be, is that by some of the lawyers who work on this, is that it's going to be passed along to a power. And the other power, Americans with Disability Act, has a whole body of case law behind it, which one of the problems with open meeting law is there was a rumor that potentially the Attorney General's office was saddled with enforcing it, and they are so busy they really didn't have the bandwidth to do anything with it and weren't really interested in enforcing people's gripes and complaints about how meetings are run someplace. So this would be something more solid going forward when it gets done, and hopefully the legislature sees it.
We'll let them work through it
Yep.
after they get our template.
Yep.
Thank you for
But it will
bringing
be
us up to
simpler
speed
to
on that.
understand for sure.
Okay.
Yep.
Anybody else have anything for public comment? All right, we're gonna go into executive session.
I'll make a motion, we go into executive session to discuss confidential attorney-client communications made for the purpose of providing professional legal advice to the body.
I'll second that.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Carried. Thank you all for coming tonight.
Good night.